Okay, so another Module 7 lab activity. This time it's dealing with parallel circuits. So you're already familiar with the simple circuit. That was the skills test. You may have already done the series circuit lab activity. So this interface is going to be very similar, familiar, with a couple of differences. Notice that instead of having the ammeters and voltmeters with the little leads attached and all that kind of stuff, we have just circles. These little A's stand for ammeters. The V's stand for voltmeters. We have our battery box, and we have 3 resistors. And notice that the resistors are wired in what's called parallel configuration. Okay, so let's go through the questions themselves. So the first question asks you to just go ahead and choose one of your resistors that you really like and click on it, and you want to take a screen capture of it. So I might like this one. Take a screen capture so that your instructor can see what the value of that resistor is. You're going to set all of them to match. So now we got identical. I've got a parallel circuit with 3 resistors and they're all identical. You're going to tell your instructor the actual value of that resistance. That's question 2. Now for question 3, you need to show your instructor your battery box. You're going to take a screen grab, upload it to your instructor, and then there's some questions. Question 4 asks you to make some measurements and make some comparisons. Question 5, similar. Question 6, it says without changing your battery box or changing your top resistor, they want you to click on the middle and the bottom ones and then change the resistance. So now, instead of having a 3 resistor parallel circuit that have identical resistors, now I've got a 3 resistor parallel circuit where the resistances are all different. And again, it asks a couple of questions. Now it does tell you before you move on to questions 8 and 9, it might be useful to jot down your current and voltage readings for your 3 branches with non-identical resistances. And of course, you want to make sure you also take note of the current that's coming out of the battery. So this current reading might be useful in jotting down. And they ask you to make some comparisons compared to your original circuit. Actually, so once you've written down those values, now they tell you take the middle resistor and go ahead and remove it totally. So we're left with a parallel circuit that has 2 resistors that are non-identical. And you're going to compare then your original circuit with this new circuit. Okay, so before you remove that resistor, how did things look compared to now that you have removed that resistor? How do things look? So that's questions 8 and 9. And then finally question 10. Again, it's a kind of a ranking task, and it shows 4 different configurations. You should have a feel for it by now, but if you don't, go ahead and build those circuits and see, again, experiment. That's how you're going to find truth. Good luck.